Hey, Nick, I have a surprise for you.
What's that?
I'm pregnant.
That baby don't look like me.
April Fool's Day. This is our April Fool's episode.
I'm in no shape to raise a kid. Hey guys, it's your favorite final girl Emily and your favorite final boy Nick coming at you with a new episode of Gag Me with a Knife, a weekly podcast where we dissect, disembowel, and shred the worst slasher movies. This week we'll be talking about 1986's April Fool's Day. As always, Emily has an original VHS copy, so let's hear what's on that box.
When Muffy St. John invited her college friends up to her parents' secluded island home for the time of their lives, she forgot to tell them it might just be the last time of their lives. I can't read. Because as soon as the kids arrive on the island, someone starts trimming the guest list, one murder at a time. And what starts out as a weekend of harmless April Fool's Day pranks turns into a bloody battle for survival. It's just what you did expect from the producer who brought you Friday the 13th, parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1986, your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. It was different. It's an oddball one.
Definitely. I used to really not like this movie, and as time has gone on and, you know, knowing the ending, I enjoyed it more. It does have some fun stuff that I like in 80s movies, and it is like a later one, 86 to like 88. It's probably my favorite time period, 86 to 89. But, yeah. So, we begin on the dock of this ferry. And it's spring break, and these friends are going to the girl Muffy's mansion on an island for the weekend.
Muffy St. John. Mm-hmm. What a name.
Yeah, they have to take a ferry to get there, and it's the last ferry for the weekend. They're just going there for the weekend, but they're waiting on their people to get there, the rest of the people, and the ferry takes them to the island, and it won't be running again until the weekend's over.
Did you notice that one of the kids in the college kids group is Biff from Back to the Future?
No,
the jock is the dude who keeps popping his collar. Yeah, that's Biff.
Okay, well, I did notice that two of the characters, Nikki and Chaz, are from Just One of the Guys, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I like that one.
And Muffy was in Real Genius and Valley Girl.
Yeah, I think Biff is now a Christian stand-up comedian.
Yeah,
I want to check out one of his shows.
And then obviously Kit is.
Which one is
Amy,
Kit?
The girl that's dating Rob, who was in Leprechaun, by the way.
Hell yeah.
But she's obviously Amy Still from Friday the 13th, part 2. So we've got a heavy hitter here.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're all going to this island for the weekend. The characters are being introduced on a video camera that Chaz is holding. We get Kit, Arch, and Skip at first.
That's how you know they're rich, by those names.
Yeah. And
Kit, Colton, and Leopold or some shit like that.
Right. Well, later we have Harvey, a.k.a. Hal. So, and Nan. Isn't that her name? I think. Yeah.
Nan?
Yeah. That's her name.
I can't remember.
The girl that reads all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like, so it cuts to Muffy in her mansion, and it looks like she's getting the place ready for the weekend, and she has a maid, but the maid leaves, and she says something like she's doing something so her father won't have any excuses, but she doesn't really go into it. And she's playing with mannequins, and she finds this creepy Jack-in-the-Box. There's a flashback to, we assume, her getting that Jack-in-the-Box for a birthday present or something, and there's just a jump scare right there where this alien looking thing comes out of the Jack-in-the-Box. So we're back to the kids waiting on the ferry. Nan shows up late, and she doesn't know anybody. She just had one class with Muffy. So Chaz goes up to her. Nan says she met her in theater because she did costumes. Chaz is rude. Kit says they're waiting on her boyfriend Rob, as well as, we don't know this, but Harvey / Hal, his nickname's Hal. they show up together, but Hal doesn't really know anyone but Muffy, so I don't know why he was riding with Rob. So whatever.
He's just a good old Southern boy with a future senator in his blood.
Well, he's going because he wants to like work for her dad or something like that.
He's a suck up.
And
yuppie.
The only reason Skip was invited is because they're family. He's her cousin, Muffy's cousin, and so then there's like cuts between porno talk and.
Oh yeah, that's how you get girls. You show them a porno
Chaz
mag.
is showing. Well, Nan's reading Paradise Lost, and Chaz is like, I'm reading this book about the history of porn, and
that's just porn.
Yeah, and Arch and Skip are playing this knife game where they throw it into the dock or something, and they're arguing, and then we think that Arch accidentally stabs Skip, and he falls into the water.
Threw the knife into his gut.
Yeah, and everyone is like flipping out. People are jumping into the water trying to save him, and but you know, he comes out and it's April Fool's. It's a fake knife.
That's our first one.
Yeah. The rope guy, his name's Buck, the guy that, you know, throws the line.
Yeah, everybody needs one of those dudes.
He decides to just stay in the water.
That dude's pushing rope.
Yeah. And so he swims to the island, I guess. And once they get to the dock, he is trying to throw the line onto the island dock.
It doesn't seem like he's got much experience with this job.
No, he's not good at it, and he gets run over by the ferry.
Yeah,
and
at this point, I was like, "What in the fuck is going on with this goddamn lake, man?" It's only been 5 minutes into the movie, and all this strange shit's happening. This is not Camp Crystal Lake. Sorry, Amy Steele, but it's not. And he comes up out of the water, and his eyes is like out of the socket, and the whole side of the face is bad. But at the same time, the what do they call him? Constable.
The constable is like on a boat,
like a ski boat. Yeah, like a little dinghy
and something. And he gets over there, and they all go. The the constable picks him up, and then Cal, who is the ferry driver, he drives the ferry back. So, okay. Sam gets out of the car and talks to them. Muffy comes out. Sam says he needs to take their boat to get to town. So they have no boat. They have no way to get back to town. And then Skip is all like, "Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault." He's just...
Well, that's pretty much the last they'll ever talk about him.
Well, yeah, that's all he does is drinks and is sad it was his fault that this guy got hurt. They forget about
the guy who got crushed and got his face crushed off.
Yeah. Muffy explains to them that when she turns 21 next month, so these are all college kids.
So she's
they go to
of age, fellas.
Yeah, they go to Vassar, by the way.
What's that?
It's a liberal arts college.
Oh, it's liberal arts. Yeah.
And so when she turns 21, it's the first steps in her inheritance. She doesn't really go a lot into it, except for that. Is this after they rave about sporks? Whenever they're walking around the house looking at it, and somebody, I think it's Biff, they go to the dinner room, and he's like, "Check it out, sporks." No, not yet. She says that they used to go there a lot when her mom was still alive, to this mansion. And then
everybody's got one of those.
Someone makes a Wang joke, and then
there's a lot of that in this.
It cuts immediately to a hot dog being cooked.
The dude with the camera, what's his name?
It's Chaz.
Dude, he keeps like filming people's crotches and telling them their fly's undone. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
One of their flies was undone.
He got lucky.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
It cuts between them. The girls doing that typical, we're gonna read a magazine quiz and answer these sex questions, with the boys making fun of the girls on video. That's kind of like at the same time, and how they want to lay the girls. And some of them are Hal is exploring the house, and he goes into the dad's study,
starts stealing shit,
and starts just like, you know,
cramming his pockets full of their shit.
Yeah. So now it's dusk. Rob seems pensive. Skip is drunk and complaining about his family to Nan, and she's also very dramatic. And he's also upset about Buck. And then we get to dinner, and they all have place dolls. Instead of like place cards, they have little dolls where they're supposed to sit. And Nan sits on a whoopee cushion. April Fool's Day.
I'm just going to put out there, none of these college kids are funny at all, but they really think they are.
Yeah. They think they're hilarious.
No, their sense of humor is shit.
So I guess they eat, and now it's nighttime. Skip's outside drinking while everyone inside is... Wait, they're still at the dinner table, but they're just talking.
If I was hanging out with this crew, I'd be outside drinking alone, too.
Yeah. Rob talks about how he's going to medical school, but he wanted to, but someone didn't think he was like serious enough or something. And then there's a typical 80s Russian bomb reference, you know, because of all that going on.
Oh, yeah, the Cold War. Forgot all about that.
That
was the last we ever heard of Russia.
Muffy gets some champagne out. Nana's dramatic again. And she gets up and does a toast about how college friends are the ones you'll cherish the most.
Oh, wow. I never went to college. I guess I don't have that kind of bond with people.
I did, and I don't have a bond like that kind of bond with them. Okay.
Your days of community college will be the best.
Then Muffy is like, I'm going to give a toast. And she does, it's something like blah, 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 I'm in college.
Pretty much. She read a fucking book.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm in college.
She took a line out of Faust or some shit.
Yeah. Then they get their drinks to drink them, and it spills on them. So April Fools.
Again, number 2.
That's 3. That's 3.
This dinner scene goes on way too long.
Yeah. Well, now they're all going to their designated rooms, and Muffy shows Nikki her room. Muffy apparently had been seeing Arch before Nikki fooled around with him, but now Nikki's done with him, and she goes, now, by the way, Chaz is mine.
You can have him.
And then that guy
sucks.
But they both do agree that Hal sucks.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
no, neither one of them like Hal. He didn't stand a chance in hell.
So
suck it, Hal.
We see Hal practicing hitting on Muffy
while he's smoking that stolen cigar.
Well, it's okay. You'll see. Arch and Chaz have to share a room.
Yeah, I think they got a little sugar in their tanks. I think they like each other.
Real hilarious, outdated gay joke.
Yeah, I think when they get into bed with each other and they're like acting like, you know, they stick around in each other's arms a little bit too long.
Yeah,
I mean that's fine.
But I mean it's a real outdated gay joke is basically what it is.
Sure.
So we see back, Hal's still at it. He finds these newspaper clippings that have obviously been carefully placed in the room. One says 6 die in a fog, and then he finds 2 others in the drawer, and it says teenagers killed in fiery accident, and killed in fiery accident are in, are circled, and 3-car canyon, and then woman lives in crash, circle on the crash and the picture. Chaz walks in and Hal hides the newspapers. He's like real weird. And then as he leaves, he hears a bang. Oh my God, April Fool's Day. Mm-hmm. The cigar that Hal was puffing on, like, you know, blows smoke.
Yeah, Muffy's put a lot of fucking work into this.
So the sink sprays Nikki in her room. April Fools.
At this point, Muffy's just being a dick.
There's just weird stuff in Arch and Chaz's medicine cabinet. A pill bottle, syringe.
Isn't there heroin in there? There's like a big spoon and like...
Well, it's all the stuff for heroin, it looks like. But I don't think actual heroin.
Nobody ever gets their hands on that stuff throughout the movie.
And then in Kit and Rob's room, there's a painting of a guy with the holes cut out, and it's like the eyes are moving, but they move the painting, and it's just this like cat clock. So
one of those things. I love those things.
It ends up also, they have this joke in their room where if he turns off a light, another one comes on. He ends up having to take out the bulb.
They're the only jokes in that room.
And also in Chaz and Arch's room, there's like a chair gag where he sits down in a chair and it breaks or
April
something.
Fools.
April Fools, April Fools, April Fools. And then we see Chaz.
Muffy loves this shit.
Yeah. We see Chaz and Nikki fucking after
in
that.
A weird position. They're like spider leg tangled together, like his legs like over her head or some shit. I don't know. I'm not much for the Kama Sutra, but I don't know. I've never seen that one.
I know. It looked weird.
And she didn't seem to be enjoying it.
I said question mark next to the fucking because I wasn't really sure
I'm not sure what they're doing over there.
So Skip's outside and he's drunk and he's doing drunk shit. He goes into the boathouse. A cat jumps on him. That's not, that's just a trope.
April Fools.
Well, it's actually, comes from Friday the 13th Part 2 when with Alice. So, and Jenny, Amy still is in that. So, then he's pulled backwards, and it's a cutaway. And then we see that weird painting.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's morning. Hal's doing some dumb workout with this hand thing.
Yeah.
And Kit and Rob go into the kitchen.
Where another dick joke happens, because what's her name is going out.
Nikki.
Nikki is out the window. We almost see her tits, but the second she makes eye contact with Hal,
she covers herself up.
Springs right back to like being like straight up erect and goes, "Good morning."
Yeah,
it's like,
and she's
this
like,
thing is
ugh.
rife with dick jokes that are not funny.
Yeah. And Kit and Rob go into the kitchen, and Muffy is acting. She's like gray looking, and she's acting really like.
This is where we
tweaky.
start realizing that Muffy might have a bit of a personality disorder.
Yeah, but she just walks away, and they're like, "Oh well, let's have
Who
some."
fucked her last night?
Let's have some fun, except for Nan.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all outside, and Nan is reading because that's all she does. And they're like, "Do you want to come with us?" And she's like, "I'm gonna wait for Muffy. Like she's so much better than them."
Oh sure.
Pompous bitch, reading.
Yeah.
I hate people that read.
Really?
No.
Because they're good at something you're not.
It's just like I just love that like the way that they show how like pompous she is that she's always reading.
Yeah.
Like
Paradise Lost by Milton.
yeah. But she sees Muffy going into like this cottage that's next door to the mansion.
As if there wasn't enough house already.
I know. So then Kit and Rob have sex in the boat, or they start having sex in the boathouse.
They try.
And
we almost see some tits again.
While they're doing it, she sees what we believe is Buck's body floating underneath the grates.
Was Skip.
No, I'm sorry, Skip.
Yeah.
Buck is the guy from the beginning.
Yeah, they don't care about Buck. They don't give a fuck about him.
Well, Skip did.
Skip got drunk about it, but that was about all he did.
And we see what we think is Skip's dead body underneath the grates of the boathouse, like floating by.
Did you notice right before this when they're kicking the soccer ball around the yard, Biff can't keep his hands off Chaz again?
You mean Arch?
Arch. Well, Biff to me. He's always
Okay.
gonna be Biff. But he like they're like joking around, but he throughout like it's like 15 seconds of him having his hands all over Chaz, and they're not even kicking the ball. And it's like, well, just do it, guys. God damn.
And so after they see that, they
that corpse likes to watch too.
They start running up to the house, and they ask if anyone's seen Skip, and is this a joke?
Yeah.
Muffy walks up and asks Nan after everyone else runs off to go search for him, and then Muffy walks up to Nan, and that's really whatever.
No, doesn't Nan walk up to Muffy and like freak out on her?
I thought she walked up to Nan.
Isn't it over the tape in her closet?
That's in a minute.
Oh, okay. So I do remember that. There's something between. Nan wanted to hang
I'm sorry.
out with Muffy
One of the
for some
jokes from earlier, also in Nan's room, is she heard a baby crying, and it was a tape recorder of a baby crying in her
soothing sounds
closet.
of a
I'm sorry,
crying baby.
That was another April Fool's gag I failed to mention. So Chaz finds Skip's knife. So now all the guys are really going to go search, but it's just the
like
guys
for real this time.
Yeah. Muffy's washing potatoes, acting fucking weird. Nan, this is when Nan comes up, and she goes, "Why was I invited? Is this a joke? Did one of your preppy friends find out and tell you?" And Muffy's all like, "What?" Kind
of hinting on her having an abortion.
Yeah, which is said out loud later, which I'm like, well, they didn't really say that for sure. But I mean, yeah. Hal's listening, though.
I'm going to bring that up later whenever we get done with this, because I have a point about that. But this whole weird abortion subplot.
Yeah. So, I'll talk about that later too. So everyone's searching, and Arch keeps walking really near this snake that he doesn't notice. And you think the snake might attack him, but he falls into this weird trap that's much like what Russell Todd / character of Scott falls into in Friday the 13th Part 2, where he's grabbed by the ankle and hung upside down.
Yeah.
Russell Todd also did that in He Knows You're Alone.
Russie.
And so you think that because the snake's really close, you think the snake is going to get him, but then someone walks up and kicks the snake away, and then there's a cut.
It almost looks like it got him a couple times, even though the story says it doesn't.
It doesn't. But then it's a cutaway. Nan is so upset sitting outside of this cottage at this point. I could not give a shit less.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get on board with these characters.
With her especially. I'm cool. Okay.
Yeah, they're not a lot of fun.
I mean, I liked Chaz, but I think that's only because I really liked his character and just one of the guys.
To tell you the truth, the only one I didn't really mind was Rob, because he shut the fuck up most of the time.
Yeah. And Rob comes back, but Arch hasn't come back. So they're like, let's call the cops. Muffy's still all pale and tells them who to call. But also I said, what is Amy Steele's outfit? Because it was just this weird, like...
Pink, like, Snuggie?
No, she's wearing really baggy jeans.
Oh, this is after the dock scene. Yeah,
really baggy jeans and like this...
This tie? Is that the tie?
With a button-up shirt and a tie. It's weird.
It's very strange. It's not even remotely 80s either.
No, it's just odd. I was like, if you're
she looks like a fucking clown.
If you're in such a hurry to call the cops and like you think there's a killer on the loose, so you have time to put on a tie?
Yep.
Okay.
Cater to that outfit.
They can't
Whatever
get a hold
the
of...
fuck you call that. Yeah.
They can't get a hold of anybody. And Muffy brings tea in, acting all weird.
A lot of tea. She brought it all.
She brought every flavor.
Yeah.
And Kit turns on the water, but like all this brown stuff starts coming out. She's like, oh, the main line is out.
It does that.
But there is water in the well.
Uh-huh.
So Skip...
No, it's not Skip. Skip's dead.
I'm sorry. Hal and...
Nancy?
Nikki go to the well. And when they get up to the well, Hal said, boy, when she said well, she really meant well. Who built this? Oh, no, this is Nikki.
Yeah.
Who built this Pocahontas?
Yep, I caught that.
Okay, it just looks like a regular well.
Yeah.
And also,
and it looks actually pretty nicely done.
And also, the racist...
There's ladder rungs on the inside of it. Who does that?
The racist reference doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, it's very strange.
So, okay.
It's almost... It's just as bad as what Hal says to her in a second.
He wants to plow her field.
Yeah, you might think I'm a hick, but I want to plow your field. And then earlier he said something to her. He's like, I'm going to see a girl named Muffy. Like Muff Dive. It's like, dude, come on, man.
So they have this bucket. The bucket falls into the well because the rope that they had put it on was rotten. Then Nikki's flashlight falls into the well
because these kids are idiots.
So Nikki ends up going down there.
Doesn't she just toss it into the well? Like tries to toss it to him?
I don't. Somehow it falls in.
Yeah, they're dumb. It's terrible.
So she starts going down the rungs of the ladder
because
in the
also
well.
Not only is Hal a sexist pig, he's a fucking wuss
pussy
too.
Yeah. And this takes a long time, but eventually the rungs start falling off and she falls in.
Yeah, it's because Pocahontas built it.
Yeah, I guess because Pocahontas built it.
Blame it on a Native American if they haven't had enough shit already.
And when she finds in, she finds Buck. I keep calling him Skip and Arch's head, and then also Nan's body's in there.
Yeah. I like this scene.
And then she can't get up the rungs because they're all falling off. So Hal gets to the top rung and is trying to grab her, but he ends up falling in too, and then it just cuts away.
Yeah.
Then
and that's how Nikki became scared of water.
He gets up though. He gets up.
Well, he's trying to get her up.
Are they both saved? Actually, no, they are both saved. Yes, they are. They both get up because later I know how they get killed later. So apparently there are no guns in this house, and Muffy brings Nikki some tea, and she's like, water. "Oh my god, I bought water!" And she's like, "It's Perrier."
It's Perrier.
Well,
it's
if you had the Perrier the whole goddamn time, then why weren't you using it?
Yeah, I'd be boiling potatoes in that shit.
I wouldn't be going to the well. So the constable eventually calls and says something about Muffy. We don't know at this point, because he's talking to Rob.
Yeah.
He says something about Muffy, but Rob doesn't say anything about
Muffy's
it.
in the room.
And he tells them to wait there and to stay together. Because at first they think that he's been killing people in revenge for Buck, but he's like, I've been with Buck all day at the hospital. Yeah. And he's like, I'll come get y'all and just wait by the window, and when you see my flares, then come out, but stay together.
Yeah. Which they don't fucking do.
Well, they do it first, but so it's
until they realize they can't stand each other either.
They start
realize how much they suck.
Yeah, they start locking the house, but this is before they are together. They're locking the house. Kit finds a picture picture of two girls in Muffy's dad's study.
The plot
and then
thickens.
Muffy walks in and she's creepy. And then we find out.
I think it's kind of hot, but that's just my type, man. She looks pretty unhinged.
She's really, really pale too.
I love it.
I mean, but she wasn't pale before. I'm not saying anything. I'm pale, but she's like turned gray, basically.
Yeah, she's got the look in her eyes.
And then we see that Hal actually has a gun.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So, no, he was planning on just having a nice weekend at a mansion, and he brought a fucking gun.
Well, he's a good old boy, you know?
Is that really how all of them are?
I don't know. And apparently, okay, now they're all waiting together, but it's been forever. And where are Rob and Muffy? They're supposed to be staying together.
Wait, Rob and Muffy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hal says that Nan was upset. Now this is when he brings up that he says that Nan was upset about something about an abortion.
Yeah.
And also this is at the point where everyone kind of finds out this something that they found in their room pertained to them as some secret that they had maybe.
What was the bondage shit? Because that's what they're talking about, right?
That she's into it.
I mean, later, whenever old camera boy tries, she's not into it.
But what's weird is that...
I guess don't pull out, try to get freaky with bondage after an argument.
That part, though, is never fleshed out because we don't find out what the other people's secrets are. No. Was Arch on heroin? Was Hal, did Hal get in a drunk driving accident and kill someone in a foggy crash?
You'll never know.
You will, yeah, we never find out. So, and then they're starting to think that maybe Muffy is killing people.
No shit.
Yeah. Muffy walks in, she's creepy, and she's like, I'm going upstairs.
She's creepy hot.
And then they decide to split up because they cannot stand being around each other.
Yeah. I'm surprised the cameraman didn't leave.
And I know.
I wouldn't be caught dead in a room with these motherfuckers. I liked
these characters, but I think it's only because I've seen them in other movies.
I like the movie, fine. It's just these characters suck.
I liked them in other movies, so So we see Nikki. She leaves Chaz. He finds her S&M mask and he puts it on and she leaves him.
This is after the argument, though, where he's like, listen, we've all been through a lot. And it's like, you've been there for one day and you guys searched for your friends, every friend that went missing for about 5 minutes. Like, you haven't been through shit.
And you didn't fall into the well and find those dead things.
You probably didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
No, this dude's an idiot. I hate him the most.
I like him.
Him and Hal, they gotta go.
She leaves him. She leaves the room with him and that S&M mask on. When she comes back, he won't move, and she sees that he was stabbed
in the dick.
In the dick.
And it's not much blood. So how do you die? I don't know. Listeners out there, come stab me in the dick and let's see how this really works.
Well, I mean, it doesn't.
Don't gag
clearly,
me with a knife. Stab me in the dick.
Nikki's also seemingly offed by someone in the closet, but it's cut away. So now Rob and Kit are in the attic. Rob says the constable said no. Now he's telling Kit exactly what the constable had said on the phone.
Yeah.
He says that no one should be left alone, especially not with Muffy. But he didn't tell him any more than that.
Muffy.
They find, while they're in the attic, they find the dolls from dinner. And the people that are still alive are sitting up. And the ones that were found in the well are in like a bowl. And then the ones that represented Chaz and Nikki are laying like on a bed type thing, like slashed.
Yeah.
So they see fire signals from the constable. And Rob is like, we got to get everybody. So Rob's yelling for Hal, Harvey, whatever. Yeah. Kit's trying to get Nikki, but her door is locked. And so she goes into Arch and Chaz's room and tries to open a door, but the doorknob falls off. It's a really long and tedious scene where she's in that room.
Much like the dinner scene.
Yeah. Rob comes in and they can't find anyone. They go to Nikki's room again and it is unlocked now. And they find Chaz and Nikki dead. And then they see that Hal is hanged.
Yeah. And he's like bondage hanged too. He's like, It's like, what is that stuff called? Hentai or whatever?
Yeah.
It's a weird knot stuff.
I don't know. I'm not a sailor. So
somebody put some time into this.
Kit and Rob run outside for for Constable Potter, that's his name, and finds they found a letter outside. I don't know why.
It's just a letter saying that Muffy's batshit fucking crazy.
They say it says Miss St. John was in an institution and escaped, but Muffy's been at Vassar. So who could they be talking about?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit. the keys to the boats are inside, even though he took the boat. I don't know why they're trying to find the keys.
He says Muffy told me where the keys to the boat were. It's like, does she want you just taking her fucking boat out freewheeling?
But the guy already took her boat. Anyway, so whatever. But they're scared, and all the doors are closed. They don't even go and check if they're unlocked. They're just closed.
This seems to be a common trope in these horror movies where you like all the doors that are easily broken through or kicked through, they just cannot get them open, and they just give up.
They don't even attempt to even like, turn the handle. They just look. They're like,
all the doors are closed.
The doors were open and now they're closed. We're gonna have to get in through a window. Okay. So they sneak in through the basement window, much like Fatal Games.
Yep.
There's blood leading them to Muffy's clothes.
So I was confused by this. I couldn't really see. Is Muffy burning her clothes?
I don't. I think they were bloody.
Okay.
And then there are words on the wall that say Muffy and Buffy. So Kit puts it together that Muffy has an insane sister, Buffy, and that's who they were talking about in that letter. Yeah. And then you see the creepy painting with eyes, and there are eyes in it now. So behind the painting is Muffy's head.
No.
And then the window is hammered locked. If you hold that scene for long enough, you can see Muffy or Buffy, whatever, look into the window and smile, which is kind of a giveaway to the end. But so they're trying to find the boat key with Buffy chasing them. Rob finds the keys, but he's locked into the room where the keys are. While Buffy chases Kid around, Rob just screams, "Run!" Finally starts yelling, "I love you." Yep. So finally, Kit gets cornered to these big double doors that go into the dinner room or dining room. And she opens it while she's being chased by Buffy / whatever. And everyone is in there and they're all alive.
Oh my God. April Fools.
Kit's mad at first, but everyone's laughing. Buck
comes in and kisses Chaz again like he did in the beginning. I don't know what is going on with all this stuff. It doesn't bother me, but it's just like, are you guys gay or not?
Buck goes to get Rob out of the closet.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
But it's Buck, the guy with the rope.
The guy who kisses other dudes. He pulls other dudes out of the closet.
Buck is the
rope. Okay. He kissed Chaz in the very beginning, and he comes in, he kisses Chaz again, or does he kiss Rob?
Are you talking about Skip or Arch?
Nope. The rope dude, the guy who's pushing rope.
Okay.
He pulls guys out of the closet. That's what he does.
Rob's crazy screaming because he's still afraid.
And all that shit he just said, I love you.
Yeah. So, but it's April Fool's. And 2 people might have PTSD, but everyone's laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Also, didn't they mention that Biff shit his pants for this gag?
Oh, they do that, yeah. Muffy explains that she wants to open the house as a inn, but it's going to be like a murder mystery inn, and this was a dress rehearsal, and Buck is actually
special effects artist.
The constable's her uncle, and the guy that drove the ferry cow, he really is the ferry driver. He just went along with it. And so mostly no one knew what was going on until they died. But we do find out that Skip is not Muffy's cousin. He is actually her twin brother. Yeah. And
they used to call him Buffy.
She saw.
That's his real name. He just goes by Skip.
And then she apologizes about some of the clues in the bedrooms because they went too far. Clearly, I guess with the abortion one.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, is that just all forgiven? Because right after that, she doesn't really even hit on that. But then nobody says anything. Everybody's just happy go lucky. It's like you actually got into somebody's personal stuff. That's a very private.
But that's what made me think maybe the other things weren't personal, and she didn't realize. She didn't even.
She just didn't like
maybe, but maybe she didn't know about that, and that was just the gag, and it happened to be.
What?
I don't know.
What a coincidence!
Yeah. So.
Oh shit! I didn't know you had an abortion. I just thought a crying baby would be funny.
Yeah. So after that, there's champagne and Mama told me not to come.
Cue 3-Dog Night.
And it
Open
turns
up
into
the window. Let some air into this room.
Basically turns into the Big Chill.
Open up the window, sucker. Let me catch my breath.
So now it's the Big Chill, but Nan is still not cool about anything. She's just still sitting in the corner. Everyone else is
pretty pissed off too, man.
Partying, getting drunk. And so then we see Muffy walk into the bedroom drunk. walk into her bedroom.
This is some of the lousiest drunk acting I've ever seen.
There's a gift on the bed, a wrapped gift. She opens it, and it's the Jack in the Box from the beginning. I don't know if it's a new one. It's a new one, I think.
Sure.
But so she starts turning the little thing, whatever you call it, to make them whatever.
Yeah. And then she sets a bottle of champagne down on the nightstand sideways.
She just throws it down. I mean, it just falls. She gives no shits. She's just a rich bitch. So
she'll just have that maid come and clean it up.
So she like is gonna turn the little thing all the way, but then she puts it down and then she picks it back up, and then Nan comes from behind and slits her throat, but it's fake.
Yep.
April Fool's Day.
That's how you get her back for fucking making fun of your abortion.
And then it turns out that there's just a pretty little clown in that box. Mm-hmm. So the end.
That's it. No one dies. No tits.
I will. So there's not a kill count here.
Nope. Nobody dies.
The budget of this movie was $5,000. It grossed almost
$5,000.
It was a Paramount production. It was and you can tell it's well done.
$5,000?
Yeah. $5 million.
Okay, what
Did I say 5,000? I was like, why are you
saying this film just became amazing.
$5 million. It grossed.
Holy shit!
It grossed almost $13 million.
Oh wow!
So, but on top of that, since the movie is so light on killing, since there really aren't any, but if you don't know that and you're just watching it, they're all off screen.
It weirdly qualifies as a slasher.
It was put on TV a lot, which gave it a cult following.
Sure, there's no tits, there's no killing, there's no blood.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The magazine part was improv from a real conversation that was heard on set.
Are you talking about the porno mag?
No, the magazine where she's asking the quiz questions.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So this is kind of interesting. 1 year after the movie actor who played Skip... 1 year after the movie came out, the actor who played Skip was indicted on manslaughter charges for a drug-induced boating mishap that killed Francis Ford Coppola's son.
Holy shit, April Fools.
Right. Amy still got a bunch of shit for gaining weight before filming.
What?
Yeah, apparently she had gained weight from when they cast her, and she came and she was like, well, sorry. The well scene was so gross because like people were throwing their cigarette butts and stuff in it and shit like that Nikki, the girl who played Nikki, got an ear infection. Lynnea Quigley was originally cast for Muffy, but she had to drop because she was doing Return to the Living Dead, which came out in 85 and this came out in 86. But
they probably filmed it on the same time.
And then there is a deleted third sequence of the film that they did film, and the Paramount or whatever, they were like, no, we're not having that in the movie.
Because this movie was terrible enough already.
Yeah. So apparently everyone goes back to prank Muffy.
Yeah.
But Skip actually tries to kill her.
Okay.
And Rob jumps in and saves Muffy, but kills Skip.
Oh.
And
that's for Francis Ford Coppola's son, you son of a bitch.
In a year, you bitch.
I know what you're going to do.
And by the way, since it's April Fool's Day, I will let you know the 3 big slashers that are April Fool's Day movies. We have covered the other 2, and now we've covered the 3rd one. So it's this movie, Slaughter High, and Killer Party, and they all came out in 86.
Did you know this film was actually remade in the 90s? It was called The Game with Michael Douglas. It's the same shit. It is. What if this movie was called The Game and the Michael Douglas one was called April Fool's Day?
Oh no, I'd have to go to Calhoun's to get a margarita.
We probably have to go to Calhoun's.
So what do you rate this out of 5?
2.5 stars.
2.5.
Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't a great movie, and it was fun. It's a slasher just by proxy.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's a slasher until it isn't.
I see what they did with it, and it's fun. It was different, and I liked it.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. And I give it probably a 2.75.
Yeah. It's worth a watch.
There's good camaraderie.
And it's a classic.
I like the characters. There's no kills there, but the end music is dumb. But just it's
fun. You're knocking
fun.
Three Dog Night or the credits song?
No, the credits song.
Okay, let's say Three Dog Night, man.
No, and that's also in Boogie
How
Nights,
does your love shine in the halls of Shambhala? You ever hear that one?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, by the way, did Harry Nilsson write one?
Yes.
Okay, because Chris was trying to tell me that it was a Harry Nilsson song, and I was like, but Three Dog Night performed it.
Yeah.
But did Harry Nilsson actually perform it also?
Harry Nilsson never performed a public concert.
But does he have a recording of it?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
It, yeah.
Well, but Chris was like, it's just Harry Nilsson. I was like, but the popular one's Three Dog Night. What are you
That's the hit. Yeah.
Okay, anyway. All right, well, prank your friends, but make sure they haven't had an abortion beforehand. They're going to get really upset.
Yeah.
Stay gagged on pranks.
I'm going to stay gagged on Muffy if I can find her. That girl was scary hot.
Oh,
That's my type, man.
I know. All right. Well, you don't need to say gagged on that much stuff, but maybe gag your friends with a gag.
Stab me in the dick.
Yeah, and do that. So, happy April Fool's Day. We'll catch you next time.
You're loony as hell. So long, it could have been swell together. Too bad you're wacko. Wacko. How sad your marbles are gone. All gone. We could be dancing till dawn, but you're too weird for words. How did you get so strange? You were such a beautiful kid. Now you are so deranged. Was it Mom and Daddy? Something I did?
Too bad you're loco.
Too bad.
You should be locked in a cell.
How sad, you're great, but hey, what the hell? You're crazy.
You're off the deep end.
Bon voyage.
Your life's a practical joke.
Quel dommage. I'd bail you out, but I'm broke. Your brain's completely frozen.